CEO Finance and Strategy and Business Development and CFO at Emami. Mr. Bhansali, good morning. Let's talk about some of the action this quarter. Revenue impacted, of course, by disruptions in the summer portfolio. What's the outlook going forward in terms of demand as well as recovery in July, giving us a sense of Q2?
Yeah, as you all know, April was impacted badly. We progressed well in May. And in June, we grew in single digit. July trajectory is also good. In fact, we are growing in double digit in July. And we expect the growth to resume. So on an international front also, while we have declined in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, we also expect to improve on the international front as well. So we expect moderate growth in second quarter.
Sure. Mr. Bhansali, health and hygiene clearly has been bucking the trend. Tell us a little bit about the other segments as well as brands like, Kesh King, Navratna, and the other, overall male grooming segment as well. Are consumers looking at discretionary items or the focus is right now only on health and hygiene, you think?
Yeah, very interesting. So if you look at the first quarter's growth numbers, healthcare and hygiene portfolio has grown by 29%. Despite a steep decline, it has grown by 29%, which contributed around 43% of our turnover in the first quarter. While the summer brands and other brands, including the male grooming, all degrew by 44%. So this pulled down the overall growth, which contributed around 57%. So, and going forward also, we expect good growth from healthcare and hygiene products, kind of sanitizers. In fact, the new launches in the healthcare and sanitizers and all, they have contributed around 5% of the turnover. Like Boro Plus sanitizer, soaps, aloe vera gels, Zandu immunity range, Chyawanprash, they all contributed around 5% of the turnover. On Navratna and all, they were declining in the first quarter, but now in June, July, they have started recovering. In fact, the Kesh King range, while it was declining in the April, May, but cumulatively in the June, the Kesh King range has been able to wipe out its losses. So its sales decline, and now it is at a stable. It has maintained its growth, and we expect now the growth to come in the second quarter. Summer brands also has now started picking up, while the decline was earlier higher, but in June, July, the decline has been much lesser.
Sure. I can see that margin expansion was led by the benign costs that you incurred in the quarter gone by, lower ad spend as well as other costing as well during the quarter. How much of this reduction in cost is permanent and what then is your margin trajectory for the rest of the financial year? Yeah.
So the gross margins have reduced by 230 basis points, and EBITDA margins has improved by 480 basis points. So the gross margin has been mainly because of the benign costs, and we expect this kind of margins to continue. On the EBITDA level, we had taken many initiatives. In fact, right from reducing on the advertisements, which was not required in the April, we were completely off the air in April. In May and June, now gradually we are resuming. So the advertisements we would continue to do on the previous level in the times to come. But on other costs, kind of administrative costs with there and all other cost heads, we have taken all-round cost reduction initiatives, and it has paid well. So even the administrative and general expenses you might have noticed has declined substantially, and this would continue. We have internally targeted to improve our costs by around 100 crores in next 12 months. And we are well on the path and we would continue to achieve it.
All right. Mr. Bhansali, the new launches have contributed to approximately 5% of the total revenues this quarter. What are the other launches that have been planned? Are there any new segments as well that you're looking to foray into, on the back of the changing consumer trends?
Yeah, we have made 12 new launches in this quarter, and which were all around health and hygiene. and sanitizers and all. In the times to come, we are planning to get into the home hygiene products, which may include the disinfectants, toilet cleaners, and bathroom cleaners, and other things. So that we are expecting in the times to come.
Okay, and with the rural uptick expected to continue now, are you looking at, rural specific innovations or manufacturing products now at a lower price point, smaller packs, some sort of changes that you would make in order to cater to this rural demand?
Yeah, rural is relatively rural has picked up well. In fact, and this is visible in the rural areas compared to the urban. But there is no significant downtrading on the LUP's salience has been maintained. But we are taking extra initiatives. We have initiated so many things. We have done digital marketing. We are doing because the focus is more on addressing the consumers digitally without the physical touch. So while the retail and modern trade has been impacted, we are exploring other channels also. We are doing many initiatives by telemarketing, digital marketing, telecalling for taking the orders and ensuring that the supplies are done on time. In fact, the e-commerce business has more than doubled in this first quarter, despite there is such a decline, and is continuing to grow.